Yeah, when are you gonna change the background? Are you ever gonna just drop it and be like me, where it's gonna show you my life, the little pile of
No, dude.
whatever is going on back there?
You make it seem like this is fake.
It is fake, dog. Let me see the background.
This is real.
Okay.
You're tripping.
Alright.
Um. Yeah, dude. So let's get started. Well, we've already taken. I'm gonna include some of this in, so we're started.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
So, ladies and gentlemen, uh, I'm kind of tired of saying that, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's
What
start
else
off
can I
with
say?
like, I don't know, just say everyone, welcome everybody back again, another episode.
It's almost worse.
How? How's that worse?
I don't know. I'm not
You should
feeling that.
have, you know how like Tiger Belly has, sleepers or whatever. You know he has like his fans. He calls his fans something, or the fans call themselves
Oh
something.
yeah,
Like you should,
Slept Kingdom.
yeah, the Slept Kingdom. You know, you should have that, or you should have that, where it's just like you're addressing the couch potato fans.
True.
And it should be
Would it be
like
like
couch potato fans word, and everybody else.
yeah? Hey, Potato Family.
Potato family.
Hey, Spuds.
That's
Oh,
actually pretty good.
that's pretty good.
Hey, how you said it though was bad, but
Yeah.
I like it.
Be like, what's up, Spuds? Nah, that's
What's up,
corny.
Spud? No, it's good. It's good. Okay, we'll keep going. Oh, so Spuds, Potato Family. Potato Family kind of like this. No, Slap Kingdom. Potato Family was good. Spuds, Couch Potato.
Potato Family would be like the general name, but
Yeah.
like Spuds would be specifically,
Mhm.
what's up, Spuds? Nah.
I like it.
Yeah?
You should keep it.
Alright.
Keep that one.
So be like, what up,
It's
Spuds?
Bruce. I think the only one will give you anything is probably Bruce. Probably he'll be like, that's whack. But you know what, Bruce? You're not here to tell us anything, so
So we're keeping
on
it.
that. Yeah. So we're keeping it.
We're keeping okay.
Yeah, Potato Family for sure. For like if Bruce is on and he's like Spud suck, then be like, all right then, Potato Family.
Wow, you're already slandering the team, huh? We haven't even been 5 minutes? But no,
That was
yeah.
part
So I
of the
guess
team. What are you talking about?
welcome to another welcome to another episode, fellow Spuds and everybody else. This is episode 93 of God's Potatoes.
Let's go.
But yeah, welcome back. I feel like it's been a while, even though it hasn't really, but it feels like it has. Kind of right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so I think what I'll do, so I'll get into explaining why. So okay, first off, Hector, thank you for being here, my good sir. If you don't already know, fellow Spuds, Spuds, Hector, I should keep doing that every episode. It'll be like episode 200. Oh, Hector's the new team cast member.
I'm still the new until someone else comes in as
it's like so you're just a new guy. Yeah. So
I like it.
As if you didn't already know, Hector's the new member to the Catch Potatoes team. So yeah, whoever joins next, you're gonna be the rookie. Meanwhile, Hector is the rook. But yeah, dude, we got a lot of topics that we can pick on today. We got a lot to talk about, a lot of catching up to do. But what I'm thinking is for the next post, I think I'll just post the episode that you and I recorded last time. So for those of you watching, listening, we did an episode before this. I want to say 2 weeks ago. I just never posted it. I guess I'll explain why. So obviously, I love to put everything into this to the show, anything affiliated with the show. But every now and then, I do like as much as I want to say I do this full time. It's not like I get paid. Nobody gets paid. I want to make that clear. This is not a paid endeavor. It's more so. Paid. Oh, really?
No, I don't.
He starts sweating. You're like, oh no, I don't get paid.
I get paid. Bruce, back me up here. I feel like every lie I bring out now with a part of the team is just going to be on Bruce to either back me up or be the target of it. So
exactly. No, you should. I mean, just look at him.
Yeah. Wow. Right. Felt a little racist.
We're gonna. Whoa. I don't know what you're implying. I don't know what you're implying.
whatever you said, look at him. I was like, whoa,
Yeah, man, I just look at him. He looks and feels like a criminal.
wow,
Whoa,
that
I
was
whoa. I
all
don't know what
right.
you're implying again.
Canceled.
I don't know what you're implying.
You
I could
should
be talking.
like
I might be. I'm
you
honestly talking about his posture.
you should have like a really heavy like canceled stamp on your face as you say that, and then that'd be like the special effect, and then cut into like technical difficulties with
Canceled. Canceled.
current host.
Well, actually, what I am working on
Yeah.
is like a little soundboard for this old iPad
Uh
that I have. So I
huh.
don't use it for anything else. I'm using it for that. But I want to
Wait,
find
the
a
old
way.
iPod, like the ones that we had in, like, well, no, we didn't have to, but we installed like the lighter or like the,
Dude,
you remember that? Is it
actually,
that
so
one?
no. Oh,
The first
iPad. I
generation?
said iPad.
Oh,
Come
my
on, dude.
bad, my bad. English is hard, okay? Spanish is
Oh,
my first language. I'm
okay.
not from here.
See what you're
I'm
doing?
not from here.
What you're doing is you're making me just look like a huge bigot right now. That is what you're doing.
I'm not trying.
Oh, I don't know what you're implying, buddy. but
I don't
but
try.
but I actually do have that iPod though.
Oh, you do?
I still
Okay.
have one, yeah, with the
I thought
old
that'd be
charger.
cool where it's just like, yeah. And then like it'd be fun. I mean, to me, it'd be funny if like as you make the sound, you just show up with it and you're just like or like gunshots, you just like
Yeah.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what? You know what that reminds me of?
What?
But it's funny because I also did have the Zippo lighter app.
Oh, you did,
Yeah,
right?
I remember I
So
had it.
it
It's useless, honestly. There was like
right.
no, but
There's no
that
point.
yeah, there's no point. But that actually reminds me of when we performed with Outlaws, and we did
Uh-huh.
that one number where the in the intro
Oh,
is you like clicking to the iPod, but you're
yeah.
using an iPod Touch.
Mhm.
So it makes no sense for it to go click, 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 click,
Right.
like the old clicking sound
Yeah,
effect.
the old clicking because the old one, yeah. But everyone got it, and everyone was like, "Oh, this is good."
What are you guys
Why?
living in
And you
2009?
know what's funny? I think I remember there was a point where eventually I would run out of headphones to use, and I think someone gave me headphones, and they weren't even compatible with like whatever I was holding as like the phone or iPod. So all I did was just like tuck it into
Yeah,
like my pant, and then I had the phone here, so you can clearly see that it wasn't connected, but it made no sense, but we went with it.
that's crazy. I just realized because as soon
Sorry,
as
my
you
bad.
did that,
Yeah,
you would have
I shouldn't
to jump
put
straight
my
into
phone away.
yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah,
I gotta look at the footage again because I wonder how you did
yeah.
it so fast. Because it's not because you were in the first number, right? What was it?
Mhm.
The Kaylani chance one? That
Mhm.
right, that one. I don't know how to word it. I forgot.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
and then remember there was even in between that, it was like 2, 3 songs of me like choosing or whatever, and then it
yeah,
was like me and Brandon doing that little skit of like
that's right.
I'm talking about the love or whatever. It was
Yeah.
like yeah, and then we were doing all that motion. But yeah, it was I feel like there was one video where I think that you can see me just gripping the fuck out of the phone. I'm just like holding on
Yeah.
because I think in the back of my mind the last thing I want is to let it fly as
Yeah.
I still have to like pretend to scroll. Yeah.
I
We
just
took that
realized.
way too seriously as a group. Like we
Yeah.
were at college. Yeah.
I think. Well, I think you know what it was. Here's the thing. I think it's funny because every
Yeah.
time we always somehow find our way back to that damn group. Again, no,
Yeah.
nothing against them. I'm just saying,
But,
like, just for every time. But what
mhm.
I think part of it is that the hope. Here's my thing, my vision, and that's why I get so. I mean, not anymore, but I was for a while. I was upset that I didn't go back because I felt like, okay, in terms of knowing us on campus, I think we were known as it. Like, well, that was it. We're set. Yeah, but yeah,
Mhm.
we're the number one because who was it? DreamWorks or whatever. I forget. No, was it DanceWorks? DreamWorks.
Yeah, it was dance work.
But yeah, DanceWorks like the main one, right?
Yeah.
With the shirt and race to race ratio. Was a bit,
Right.
a little odd.
Okay.
It is what it is. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, they were like the big dogs, but I felt
Yeah.
like we finally were up there. Like no one can
Mhm.
mess with us. You could have said like, "Oh, we've been here longer," but nobody wants to come to your show. only if it only because you invite like 30 different fraternities and sororities to people
Hmm.
come, but otherwise people want to come see us. So I feel like
Yeah.
that was set. But the next step, I guess the third year that I was going to had planned to go back, was taking it out. Like, yeah, I do show here and there, but really push social media, push the whole YouTube
Hmm.
verse, because I think in that time, like, I feel like it's kind of died down. I don't know if you remember, there was a
Yeah.
long period of time where
Where
YouTube
dances
dancers
were like
were
was
like upper
big, was
echelon. Yeah,
big. Like,
like it was like they gained a whole new respect only because of how much well, not awareness, not screen, what's the word, exposure they were getting. Like, yeah, like
right.
choreography, like old school choreographers, the OGs, like always respected. But in terms of like
Hmm.
YouTube dancers, that was like the next cool thing. Like, oh, if you want to dance, just go to a dance studio or whatever. This is
Hmm.
it. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's definitely, you're right. That's definitely like died out in terms of like what's on either like my YouTube suggested channels or
Yeah,
videos to watch. It's like no longer there.
yeah,
Could be
and
because of the pandemic, but it's also because
I think it just became
it just died
saturated,
out.
just
It just
like
died
so
out.
much, like too much of a good
Everyone was
thing.
doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, even now, if I want to search for like a YouTube dance video, I go back to the old ones.
Or the ones you've already
Yeah,
seen like
like
3,000 times.
for sure, Keone and Mari. I always go
Right.
back to their classics.
Same.
Um, who's another one? Alexander Chung is another good one. The
Kendrick.
Jabberwockies always,
Any
regardless.
Kinjas. Any
Kinjas,
Kinjas.
like I'm always there. But in the new,
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool because I know some of the newer, like the bigger dancers now. I saw
Hmm.
them like when they were in the first like YouTube dance videos, like tiny babies, and then
Right.
now they're in like their 20s, and you're like, what the heck? Like, oh, like we're getting old. That's not right. But but yeah, I want to take advantage of that whole movement, and it just, I mean, again, it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
And
So it's
out,
all good.
yeah, it's all good.
Maybe it played out for the better because like I feel like I'm way more comfortable where I'm at now than if like, well, not that I wasn't comfortable back then, but just I don't know like where we would have been at if we would
Yeah,
have like really pushed for it. I feel like
who
I
knows?
get
Touring with an
embarrassed.
artist, Bruno Mars. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
it
so.
was.
But anyways,
I mean,
going back to like,
speak for yourself. I mean, I'm just, I'm just saying.
okay, all right.
Okay, maybe Amanda for sure.
Yeah, I was
She
gonna
would
say
have been
because
picked
I
up.
clearly don't have proof of you just forgetting some choreo for a hot 5 seconds and you just standing there
Oh
awkwardly. But
gosh,
yeah, no, no,
One
no.
Piece. Well, no, you're right. I no, it was funny. Wait. Do you really have it?
Anyway, yeah, I do, and I
Can,
watch it all the
can you
time.
send it to me?
Yeah,
I wanna see it because I remember. I'll never. That's one moment I will never forget. I don't know if you've ever felt that, like, oh, if you've ever frozen, but it like I've heard people talk about. I'm like, oh, whatever, exaggerating. No, it's real. Like you really
it's
freeze. You're
yeah,
like you can't move. Like your body
yeah.
just goes into like this shock.
Bro, I think what was crazy though is how you freeze and then you look around and you go right back into it. I was like, oh wow, all right. Like you randomly caught it back out of nowhere. But
Yeah, that
yeah,
was.
it's really
I don't
funny.
know.
It's crazy how like whoever took that video was like on your side. Like they were like, oh, he's gonna mess up. Let's watch him
Let's
real fast.
watch him do
Yeah.
it. Oh man, but I think after that, I don't think I've ever had any big mess ups. Like I think that motivated me to like learn every piece that I was in.
Hmm. Or actually take it serious
Yeah,
and not
no,
just be like, oh, I'm great. I'm,
I
a
mean
part of the
when
all
you
right
when
council
you
or whatever. But
when you know you're great, you're great. You know, you just know it. But sometimes even the greats, have little slips, as we saw
I don't.
The Lakers last night, just fall.
Before we get into
Yeah.
let's bookmark that because I just feel sad
No,
about it.
yeah, I
But
have.
go
It's on the
let's
someone
just
else.
go let's just go back to so you were talking about we don't get paid like
Oh yeah. So the
reason
video, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's funny. How
Jesus,
we went and
we
just
traveled way far.
whoa.
I know.
We'll have a
Okay,
show called Globetrotters, dude.
so
We'll start with one topic and then just see how far we get, and we'll time it.
that was really bad.
How's
The
it bad?
Globetrotters.
Yeah, Globetrotters. How can you
I
say
just
look?
leave. I just
Yeah,
zone
how can
out.
he? Yeah, I was about to say
Yell
like he
across
said
my part. The Globetrotters, really?
you just see a computer screen get thrown across. Um, That was bad. What you just did, but I'm laughing, so you feel
It was
better.
bad. No, I don't. It
No,
wasn't meant to be a joke, but yours was bad. The Globetrotters.
yeah, the Globetrotters were trotting across the globe. Yeah, the globe of discussion.
Yeah, the globe. The globe of
Um, but
yeah.
bring it full circle to tie it back.
Okay. All right.
Um, I mean I've had lots of these, but lately it's kind of these type of moments have kind of died down because I feel like I've been so consistent in editing and kind of like just being able to push this with you guys' support and everything. But there's a moment where I just like had a creative like just drought. Like like it was just like I just didn't want to edit. I didn't want to look at screens. I just didn't want to like I would go on Instagram, scroll, and I'm like I feel nothing unless it was like a sports
Mm,
update. I just like I don't want to see nothing. I don't. I
yeah.
didn't even. I mean, I'll try to. I don't know if you've ever had this, but I'll listen to music, and I'm like, okay, and I'll listen to.
Yeah.
For me, I love podcasts. I listen to a podcast. I'm like, okay, like I don't know. I felt, I don't know. Like I just did not. I didn't feel like doing anything. Like I felt like there was so much I was trying to take control of, and
Right.
the editing, or at least that episode, was just the one thing that just slipped. Where I was like, I gotta take a break because
Mm,
if not, it's either gonna be bad. I'm not gonna edit it right, or I'm not gonna like it. I'm gonna get pissed. I don't know. I guess I could call it creative drought, or I don't know. I don't know what I would call it. what I
no,
say?
you're good.
What I say in the beginning? Sad.
Yeah. Oh, you were like, it's kind of depressing. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So I guess it's not bad. It's just more like
Right.
I felt a lack of urgency when it came to it. I don't know. I don't know if there's a word to describe all of that.
Right.
Um,
So
but
it sounds depressing. Like not
maybe it
the
is.
the sad moment that you have depression. You know, like maybe you're depressed. Yeah, it's all good. Feel though. No one.
Depression. Yeah, whatever. That should be a soundbite.
Yeah.
Depression. Actually, maybe not because somebody will be offended, or not. I don't know. Maybe
Why?
it'll.
It's about you though. It's not about anybody else
Oh no,
saying
I'm
it's
talking about the
about you.
soundbite.
Oh, okay.
Depression. But yeah,
I don't know how anyone could get offended by that. I
I
say you
mean,
keep it. Keep the idea. Keep
get
the
the idea.
idea. I like it. Keep the idea. It's
Okay,
really fun.
you are an enabler. I just realized that.
I like things that are funny, and especially like I mean I'm very self conscious of what's offensive and what isn't, and
Yeah.
it's like we can't even soundbite depression as a funny thing and be using it whenever we're talking about either ourselves or like Bruce says something he's like depression, and we're just like
Depression. Boring.
yeah, he's just like it's funny.
Um.
Let's keep it.
All right, we'll keep
But
the idea. But
yeah,
yeah,
but how are
that's.
you feeling though? Like
Now
how are you feeling now?
I think I'm feeling a lot better.
Yeah.
Like recently, this past weekend, I went to Vegas with my aunt and uncle to help them out
Okay.
with some cleanup and moving in and stuff. And I felt good, like just being out there. Like I was on my phone and stuff, but I was more because there was also some other family out there, so I was
Yeah.
more aware of being in the moment, kind of exploring. A lot of people out there now compared to the last time I
Really?
was there. Yeah, I was last time I was
Like
there
a
was
lot of
in
people. What do you mean? Like
like just people like out and about like a
oh okay.
regular day.
Oh
Yeah.
okay. I thought you meant like people are moving in, people moving out. Like
No,
or
no,
is it
no.
just like sort of back to normal like sort of Vegas vibe where there's just
Yeah,
always people there. There's just always people doing something.
because the last time I went was maybe in I want to say April and
Hmm.
of this year, and it was dead. Like, like there was
Damn.
people walking about, but like
Hmm.
because that was my first time going to Vegas. So compared to what I've seen of Vegas, whether it be movies or social media, it
Right.
was like kind of sad. It was a ghost town. I was like, whoa.
Depression.
Yeah, really. It was like, wow. Like we stopped at this like little ice cream little thing on the
Hmm.
side, and the dude was like, "Yeah, our hours have been cut from like 40 to like 20 or something,
Mm.
because nobody's here." Like, there's no point of us being out here. And I was like, wow, the
Damn.
pressure. Yeah. So, but now we went back, and I was like, I'm curious to see because I know the plan was to open up everything by June 1st. I think was the
Hmm.
official day of just having everything move back to normal. And yeah, I mean, it felt like it. Like, there's people on the bow, people were in the casinos. Um, but it's weird because, like, obviously I'm going with my mask in, but there are a lot of people who don't. But it
Yeah.
feels weird because obviously 3 years ago you would walk in nonchalantly, not even wondering, like, whatever's in the air. But
Right.
walking in, it's like a whole new mindset of like, there's so many people here. Like,
There's no free windows open.
yeah, there's
All
no
the doors are
windows.
shut.
Yeah,
You're
it's
just
like,
walking in a
whoa.
hot box
Yeah,
with germs
honestly, the smell of
and
cigarettes
viruses.
just like penetrating. Like, this is a shirt I wore. Like, I already washed it, but when
Yeah.
we got back to the place, I was like, I smelled it like out of curiosity. I was like,
Mhm.
bro, it felt like somebody got a cigarette and just went and blew all over my shirt. I was like, wow, okay, so this is what it's like, man. But yeah, so that happened, and why did I bring this up? Oh yeah, so I feel like that little trip. Oh, I just
Yeah.
stuttered. That trip helped out a lot. They kind of it refreshed my head a bit. Um, but yeah,
That's good. That's
so
good.
yeah, I feel for sure better now. I usually don't
Have
like to talk
you?
about this, but yeah.
No, it's fine. It's a good thing to talk about it. I mean, I genuinely care. It's. I mean, I get through that. I get through like that all the time. Especially like I feel like on a daily basis, and I was like especially sad when like I had broken my nose because just a
Mm.
lot of things kept piling on. So it's good that you talk about it. It's fine. I was gonna say, have you been doing stuff like over the weekend or like in general? Like besides, I don't know how your editing process is, but like, is it Monday through Friday you try and edit, and then like on the weekends you try to keep it to yourself, or?
So what I do is, so we shoot Fridays, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess some behind the scenes insight for anybody who's watching and listening. So Friday we shoot, unless like for some reason we have to schedule another day, but for sure
Right.
it's usually Friday or the weekend. And then I kind of take a break from it, let it simmer, and then on Tuesday I edit and upload. So that
Okay.
Wednesday I just make it public, and then I cut up a little like Instagram clip, and then
Mm-hmm.
that's what I put. Like, I guess that's editing. I do
Okay.
on Wednesday the Instagram social media stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
then Tuesdays when I do the main editing. So
Okay.
I for sure those days are like I've scheduled that, so it makes I keep myself consistently working on that.
For sure. For sure.
Um, but I always think about it. I mean, I feel like it's always on my mind 24/7. Like the
Yeah.
show, like what else can we do, or this other project we've talked about. Like I'm always,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if I don't bring it up, or if hey, are we gonna? It's always when like, okay, how do we approach this? How can we do it better?
Yeah.
Who are we gonna bring on? Are we gonna do Zoom? Is Hector gonna be on? Edward gonna like? I run things in my head,
Yeah.
because like uh, I've said it many times in the show. Like when it comes down in the beginning, it was more so really trying to jump on the YouTube podcast hype train. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I want to do something, so might as well do
Yeah.
this because I like talking and recording.
Right.
But then I was like, but then part of it was like, well, it's actually it'd be a good excuse for me to catch up with the homies. I mean, yeah, like I think when I first pitched it to Bruce and then Edward,
Mm-hmm.
my intention was like, we would hang out, but like this was now a reason for like a definite like, because I mean, yeah, I'd see those
Every
guys,
week,
yeah,
if
every
I don't
week,
like see you in person, or like if
yeah,
I don't, we're not hanging out, like this is a place to just be like, hey, let's talk about random things and like post it, or
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and then eventually it became a thing of like, okay, we have like when we got to like 30 subscribers, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
that's weird. Even if like some of them are bots, who knows?
Right.
I was like, in hindsight, I was like, well, that's 30 people who said, I kind of want to see more of this and click
Yeah.
subscribe. So I was like, what the heck? So I was like, okay, maybe just keep going. We're really inconsistent. I was so inconsistent with the posting because I would always kind
Hey.
of second guess, like, is this good? Like, I mean, I guess I mean, obviously we got better, but in the beginning, I was like, dude, this is kind of low key garbage. But even if it wasn't, it was just my head. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't think
It's
this.
also the length, dude. Like I remember when like I first started listening.
Oh, we had
God,
long.
dude, it took me days to finish. Just because like of the amount of free time that I had. Like this was what I think I was still in Syracuse, like one of my last years or like last 2 years, and I was like ramping up on classes and shit to do. So every time I would try and like listen, it would be like another 3 hour episode. I'm like, I don't have 3 hours to just sit and like
Yeah.
indulge in all of it. So I would have to on my walk to class, and then I would be like, okay, I can't listen to it, and like I have to do something else, and it's like late night hours at Bird.
Oh man.
But yeah, the length has gotten better. It's definitely like
Yeah.
a more reasonable time to just like sit and listen and just
Yeah.
hear it.
But I think like stuff like that comes with the time though. Like more
Right.
episodes, more opinions.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, even some homies of ours said like, "Oh, you guys should do like challenges like this, and that." And though part of me, I could see why they want to see that, but I
Mm-hmm.
like. I mean, I guess this is gonna sound so pretentious, but I
How?
like that we kind of have like we keep the integrity of our show. Like I like
Okay.
to think that we're not a gossip channel. We're not like the other, like we're just doing our thing. It's just a couple little friends having a
Okay.
conversation, catching up. Um, and then obviously that I mentioned like the outside goal is that for this to essentially or eventually become a platform that we can use to help others kind of kick down that door to start their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a
Right.
YouTube channel, it could be their own little social media thing, whatever it is. We have the resources, we have the places, the locations, the knowledge, just to help somebody out. And then
Right.
whether they're older, they're younger, whatever, right? It's just having that platform to help others. Be creative. Because I feel like if somebody kind of pushed me to really follow through back in middle school, bro, I would have been told you, hey, man, let's take my chopper to like Hawaii or something, dude. I don't know. Let's go do something this weekend, bro. My YouTube
Right.
money or my sponsor money is flushing in right now. But unfortunately, that didn't
Right.
happen. But what were we saying though? I forgot.
Your process of editing and
Yeah,
you doing them on the weekend.
yeah,
The whole reason I asked was just to see like what your balance was because
yeah,
I mean, as far from me, like I'm not seeing you often anymore because I can't really go play basketball, and that's normally how we hang out.
yeah.
Or so I and then just from looking at some of the chats, I know that I think Bruce is out. He's in Vegas right now, and then Edward is sometimes down to play basketball, and then Diana's always working, and then Jen is, I guess, booked for the rest of the month. So it was just like everyone had something, and then it was like, I don't know if you're doing anything. So that's
Does
why
this
it was
bum
like,
have anything to
no, not
do?
even that. It's just not that. It's just like that causes like, I mean, for me, like if I go a day without doing anything and I'm just like, I finish work and then I'm just kind of chilling, like I get really angsty and like depressed
Mm,
for no reason because
yeah.
I'm so used to having something to do. So that's all I was asking for. That was it. Yeah.
Oh, this bum. No, yeah, I know exactly what you're saying because once I edit and I post it up, I sit there and I'm like, what next?
Yeah.
So then that's when I start going on Twitter, Instagram, like, what's something that's been going on? What can we
Hmm.
talk about? Who can we bring on? Uh, but at least, I mean, I'm trying to. I try to be like that so I can always have something in my head, something to work towards. To, like, I don't know, like for example, like the studio. You haven't seen it yet, right? The new one that
No.
we're in. So I know this is $30,000 one, but then we have our own little space. Um, but like we painted it way back, and then we're starting to use it now when we can.
But
But I look at it, I'm like, I want to repaint this. I don't like
mm,
the color because it's black. It's like a matte black. But I'm like,
okay.
I don't want it to be like this anymore. I want to paint it again. Again, I don't
Right.
know if that's because like I feel like genuinely feel like it'll look better, or if that's just me trying to find something to do. Like, maybe I should. I don't know. Well, I love searching for frames. Like, I want to go to Michael's and buy a frame because I have like 3 posters I could put up on this wall. It's so empty. Maybe I should put a shelf here. But I don't know what it is. But I'm like always trying to like, I gotta do something. Like, let me see.
Right.
But then because when I am not doing anything, yeah, I'll be like, oh, I'm chilling, relaxing. But part of me is like, You fat lard. Do something.
Why are you so aggressive towards yourself?
I have to be aggressive, dude. This is how I am,
I guess. I don't know about all that though.
That's gonna be the
Choke
title
through
of
your
this
throat,
episode.
bro.
You
You
fat lard.
fat.
In caps. You fat
Think cap.
lard. Yeah. Which technically doesn't make sense because lard is a piece. Oh no, it does make sense because it's a piece of a pig, right? So
Yeah.
I'm essentially saying you fat piece of a pig.
Hmm.
Would you rather be called like for some reason somebody's insulting you? What's less insulting? You fat lard or you fat pig?
They're both pretty bad. I don't know. I don't really get called fat lard or fat pig. I don't really like get called anything, so I don't know, dog.
Well, I'm asking you, what would be worse? Like, what would be
I
like
don't know.
worse of the two?
I don't know.
Like, imagine you're a little chubby me, right? You're walking,
Uh-huh.
you're walking with your lunch.
Oh, chubby you. Okay.
You're walking with your lunch, your tater tots,
Right.
chicken sandwich, and somebody
Mm.
goes, well, again, one scenario, you're walking, you're about to take a bite out of your chicken sandwich you've been waiting for all day because you saw on the little calendar they give the kids, not just you because you're
Right.
chubby. So you're about to bite into it, and they say, "Oh my
This feels
gosh!"
a bit too real. Are you telling me that this has happened to you?
No,
And this is like a example that you randomly pulled out from?
yeah, no, this is
What
not
was that?
specific.
Hugo?
This specific scenario didn't happen, but
Mhm.
like, oh, sorry, but like elements of it are true.
Oh,
So
okay.
you're about to bite into it, and somebody goes,
Right.
"Wow, you fat lard." That's one.
I feel like fat. Okay, so here's the difference.
Yeah.
Fat lard for me feels like a bit of the '90s, close to early 2000s, but fat pig feels like it's coming back because of cops. So I think maybe now for current time, fat pig
Okay.
is a bit worse.
True. Okay, I see what you're saying.
So old dog, fat lard.
You fat lard, like a 1950s,
In
60s.
1960s,
Your little brown kid and this white kid with a comb over comes up.
right.
My dad says that all of you are just a bunch of fat lard.
Yeah,
I feel like that was probably said once or twice. That was a real
right.
statement. Somebody
Yeah.
said it.
Someone said it.
And that
Someone
little kid
feels
is
bad
probably a
about it.
governor somewhere.
I don't know about all that.
Eh,
Probably just works at a regular store, living a decent life. Not
just
everything has to be a success story, dog. Not everything's got to be like, and then I proved them wrong with my YouTube sponsorship money.
what?
Fat
Oh no,
yacht.
but I'm talking
You know?
about the kid who said it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not
Oh,
talking
you're
about the
talking
little.
about, oh,
I'm talking about the bully, not the bullied.
oh,
Yeah,
damn.
no.
Okay, then you're right then. Never mind.
Yeah,
You're right.
no. That's why I was like,
Probably
no. That's why I wouldn't say success
Later.
story. More so
Right.
an elevation of
Regular.
evil.
Okay.
Yeah. That's pretty good, huh? Elevation of evil.
That's pretty good.
That could be another good title, huh?
Right.
So fat lard, you fat lard, or
You fat
elevation
lard,
of evil.
evil.
Yeah. How long have
Or
we been talking?
depression.
Or depression. What time do we start?
Got on at 4:57,
Okay.
or
Gotcha,
maybe
okay.
around 5, 40 minutes, 30 minutes.
Really? Already?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the heck?
This is what happens when you're with me. I do really well with conversation because I can just I throw things at you.
Dude, you know what that reminded me? Because I was about to go zing, zang, zap, whatever.
Right.
But that was
That-
actually something I heard at a camp. It just like triggered an old memory. They said zing, zang, zap, or zap
No,
something.
is it that boom or something like that? It's a game.
Is
It's where you're in a circle
Hmm.
and you make a certain noise and you just keep it going. And what you do is like you point at someone while saying the like.
Wait, do you go like
it's gonna
this?
zip- yeah, and then
Okay.
yeah, or like you just kind of point and then it just keeps going. Don't really remember what the point of the
Oh,
game
yeah.
was. There's no real winner.
Yeah.
As long as you like hear the person before or literally just keep track of what it is, you'll be fine. But yeah,
That's
I
right.
feel
So,
like
yeah, because
Go
if the three words were like smack, like what's it called? Snap, crackle, pop, right? So
right.
I was gonna smack, crackle, pop.
Yeah.
Smack. So it'd be like
Right.
smack. Then you were to say crackle, and somebody
Crack.
else you
And,
point to pop.
and then if they point, and then it just keeps
Start up.
going. Snack, crackle, pop, snack,
Oh,
crackle.
okay.
Yeah.
So whoever
And that's
messes
it.
up, you're out, right?
I guess so. But it's really hard to mess up because all you got to do is
Well, you'd be
rip.
surprised.
Okay.
The attention span of children. I don't know.
I mean, we did the game. So did
We
you lose in
we
that
did.
game?
I
Yeah.
was like, I think top five.
But did you lose?
Well, yeah, because I wasn't
How?
because you get eliminated.
But how?
Oh,
How did
because
you forget it?
no, depending on who you're with, they increase the
Right.
speed. So it's like boom,
Uh
boom, 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 boom. And the thing is, if you're kind of like, what the freak, like you're so like, oh my, who's gonna pick me? Or the
huh.
thing is, what some people would do is they would go ahead and say it, and they weren't picked. So that would be an automatic
Oh.
elimination. So I think that's
Okay.
also what
Okay. That
happens.
makes sense.
So
Okay.
because it's
That
not
makes
like
sense.
pop, dude, we're on
Yeah.
freaking
We're
crackle,
on
dude.
smack. We're on
Smack,
smack,
we're on
bro.
smack, dude.
Smack. Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
what was it called? But yeah, dude, that's why I didn't post the episode. Ooh, what a show, huh? Off the rails,
Oh man,
off the rails.
pretty on point.
Pretty on point.
Globe trotting around. Fucking
Globetrotting, dude.
bad.
It's a
Oh,
good
so
name.
bad. It's bad.
But yeah, I might post it again because, well, I'm sure. I mean, if you're comfortable, I'll say it. The last episode, it was the day, right the day before Hector was getting nose surgery. Right? Yeah, because it was the Friday, and then that following Saturday, you got surgery in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and me, like a good
Yeah.
friend, checked in the next
Yeah.
day. I didn't. I didn't check in. I
You
assumed you
didn't
were
care.
well though. Well, I don't want to be like, "Are you okay?" Yeah,
No, you don't care.
even you would say, "I don't like." I think we talked about how your mom was like, "Oh, so where's the hospital?" You're like, "Dude,
Oh yeah,
chill
yeah.
out. It's not
It's
that
not a big
serious."
deal. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it really wasn't. It turns out the surgery thing was like 10, 15 minutes. All he did was like push it back in place.
Mm.
But like I said, going back to the whole depression thing, I think I was like depressed or sad before it.
Yeah.
So the anesthesia like kicked in, and then I just slept for like 2 hours. So I was at the hospital for 2 hours, and I could have left at like 10:30. Ended up leaving at 1.
Just slept it off.
Slept it off. I think the nurses were saying that I wasn't breathing for a hot minute, and they don't know whether it was because of the nose thing or for something. But they were like, "Yeah, you keep like not breathing, and then you would fall back asleep." And I was like, "Oh fuck, I don't remember any of that." But yeah, so yeah.
Wow. That was a little. That was a little
Depressing.
depressing. No, the way you said it, I didn't breathe for a whole minute. You know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's what they said. I don't clearly
Yeah.
remember anything from it, but it's all good now. It still hurts a little bit here and there,
Yeah.
but it's getting better.
Would you say? I mean, I can't tell a difference. But would you say
Right.
that it like changed the shape of it or not, or do you feel like it looks the same?
I honestly don't know in terms of shape. I know that like the piece that I know for sure isn't changed is the top piece where it actually broke. The bottom here is definitely messed up, and that's just because it's my septum. It's like curved, like on the X-rays. It's completely deviated. It's really bad. So that's just it. That's where I can tell the difference. But other than that, I think it's fine. It's just normal. Or at least for me, it's normal.
Yeah. Have you tried on your mask yet?
No, because it
No?
puts a lot of pressure on my nose, and it
Oh,
still kind of
so-
hurts. Like
yeah.
the glasses here, I put them way up high so that they sit towards like on the inside of my nose and stuff, and not really like not really on my nose. Sorry, fiance just like getting out of work.
The way he just did it, like isn't those like those regular TV program shows are like find his location. Yes.
Oh,
click click clack click
yeah,
click clack.
And then they're doing this whole bit, the
Yeah, and the thing is, you fit the
picking
profile.
the firewall, and then just
Yeah.
I'm in. Like
The thing, and you
bro,
fit the profile too because they always make the tech person look like somebody who could definitely not be a cop. Well, in terms of like
Right.
the build and whatnot. Like you have
Oh,
the
so I can't be a cop,
glasses.
bro?
No, you can't be.
Yeah, good. I don't want to be a
You got a
cop.
mustard shirt
Never
on.
wanted. What does it have to do with what? What's going on with mustard shirts? I can't wear a mustard
No,
shirt.
I actually like it a lot. I actually personally love
Okay.
mustard. I think it's great. Um, but
Anyways,
but like you got the glasses, like the
it's
shirt, and then the bracelet to show that you're more about peace than war.
not even about that. It's a hair tie.
I'm saying though, like in the show,
Huh.
like they try to make you look either
Oh,
like as alternative slash hippie slash nerdy as possible. Because
true,
then
true, true,
like
true.
people underestimate you, but then you're like, dude, I'll find his location right now, stat. 2 seconds
Right.
in.
They'll be like, yeah, I just have to do all of this bullshit. Why is this? Oh, damn. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, they're always like, I hate watching them because it's always like that, and especially like I've talked to my brothers, and I'll be like on the phone with them just like this while I'm working, and so then they're hearing me type, and they're like, oh, you about to hack someone's system right now? I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
bro, it's not even. I don't do anything like that. It's not even real. They're like, nah, nah, you can do it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
It's always so fake. It makes us look bad,
It's
or
like
at least like people that don't really do anything heavy in terms of coding. It makes us look bad because
like
that's what people expect. God, I can't do any of that. All I can do is make you a nice website. And that's it. I'm not fucking cool. Like the most I can do is like give you like a decent website, and
Hector,
that's it.
hack into the people's accounts and get us as many subscribers as you can. God,
Yeah,
on it.
it's like on it. And 3 million
Oh my
followers now.
gosh.
Like what
Wait,
the fuck?
have you ever seen a show called Nathan for You?
Nathan for you?
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, you have to. I'll send you a clip because, well, first the premise of the show is this: this dude in character goes to different like shops that may be declining or businesses that are declining, and they ask for his help. So he offers them the most ridiculous solutions. Like, and this is real because you see the
Right.
people's reactions, and they're like so hesitant. They're like, "This is nuts," but because I guess I'm sure that the business isn't like about to just file for bankruptcy, but it's like, I
Right.
mean, I guess what do we have to lose? Just try it. And he goes on these like crazy freaking things. So to tie to this scenario, there's
Right.
one where I guess it's a Hollywood gift shop,
Mm-hmm.
and so his solution is to make a short film uh, that has the the gift shop as a location. I don't want to spoil it for you, but let's just say there's
Okay.
a freaking like a I'm hacking into the system type of scene.
Right.
And it's like, okay,
Oh, and they're just like going crazy. Yeah. Hella ridiculous. Yeah. Okay.
I'll send
Makes
it to
sense.
you.
Makes sense.
It's
Okay.
the show itself is amazing. It's like perfect. There's no flaws in it. It's the best show ever. Um, but the thing is, oh, did you ever hear about this something that was called Dumb Starbucks? It was
No.
on the news a while back. But the dude, like the host of the show, the creator of the show, he's the one who opened the shop up, and he came out on the
Okay.
news at a press conference. Like, it's great. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
It's like it's so good. Um, but yeah, dude. Should we maybe talk about one of the topics? We should talk about one of the topics.
Yeah.
I feel like we should.
Okay. Before, just to let you know, Maya's
Yeah.
coming out of work, and then I'm gonna head up to Santa Clarita today. I don't know if I'm gonna leave like right now, but
Yeah.
probably leave right now, so I can hit like another 10 minutes maybe,
That's all we need.
or we. Okay, cool.
Oh, you know
Do
what?
it.
Let's do Lakers talk. Screw it. Let's do Lakers talk.
Cool.
All right.
I like that.
All right.
Boom.
Lakers.
I'm
They freaking
heartbroken.
choked.
I'm depressed. I'm really sad. Honestly, really sad. Not only this game, especially the game before. When my brother-in-law,
Slaughtered.
we always talk about basketball, and right before he's like, "AD's not playing. How you feeling about the Lakers?" Confidently, I was like, "They're gonna pull it out. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a close game. It's not gonna be an easy win, but they're gonna pull it out." I watched the first quarter, and then watched half of the second, and I stopped watching.
It was bad.
It was really bad. and it was really shitty to watch
They
just to
could
see that.
they couldn't stop the
It was
bleeding. It was just
really bad. And honestly, I'm more upset about LeBron just because of how it all went down. I'm not saying he needed to put the team on his back, but
yeah.
I'm just saying defensively,
It was not there.
bro. Not only was he not there, it felt like a 4-on-5. It honestly felt like he wasn't doing much offensively either. So it was very
Honest,
sad
I think
for
he was
that
just
game. And
done.
once I saw that game, I was like, God, I
Yeah.
don't. I was still pretty hopeful that they were gonna pull it out yesterday, and then
Yeah, playing at home or something. Like,
playing at home, maybe Caruso, Kuzma, someone's gonna
oh
step
my
up. AD's gonna
gosh,
play.
Kyle Kuzma. He's.
Oh,
I don't think he's going to be a Laker following this season.
I don't think
I
so.
don't think.
Yeah, I was like, AD's playing a quarter, maybe feel good. He might play another quarter. It was looking hopeful, and then it was depression all
Yeah,
over again. It was like,
it was
God,
not good. It was
yeah, we
sad.
stopped. It was sad.
The way they went out was sad. I mean, yeah, they fought hard, but they never could
Mm-hmm.
close that was a 13, 14 point gap. I mean, when it
Mm-mm.
felt like it was, freaking Devin Booker was like, probably
GG.
not.
Yeah.
You
No,
called it.
congratulations. Yeah,
You called
congratulations
it.
to him. Really great player. Turning out to be like, cause that me and like I said, Don, we've been looking at Devin Booker for a while. Like I don't know the past last year, especially when we were watching him play. Dude, crazy great player, and it's dope that the Suns are even in the playoffs and they're past the first round, and it's his first playoff appearance.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I
I'm,
think
I'm
if we
happy
were to
for
get
him.
beaten by anybody, and I
The
think it's nice
Suns.
that they were beaten by them, better than like Mavericks or I don't know who
Yeah,
else, the Portland Blazers, anybody. But yeah,
yeah. In my head, I was
so
like, if the
sad.
Lakers go out, I wouldn't mind seeing the Suns making a run. The Blazers,
Yeah,
I wouldn't have minded either, mainly because
but they're
Melo
Dame,
and Dame time.
Dame
Like
time,
he's he's like this
too
man
good,
is
crazy
too
good,
good.
crazy, right?
Honestly,
Fucking
what's his
Lakers.
name? Not Vogel. Freaking what's the GM's
TJ,
name? Rob Pelinka.
yeah,
Trade everybody if you have to, other than AD and LeBron, and get Dame
nah,
time
bruh.
over here, dude. Do you didn't see his
You
recent
want Dame
post?
time?
You didn't see his recent post
No, what did he say?
on
You want to
Instagram?
be a Laker?
He put
Purple
no.
gold?
That would be great.
Oh,
No, but he put a Nipsey Hussle quote, essentially saying like, "How long do I need to stay dedicated?" or something like
uh,
that. Like
okay,
it
okay,
was either
something
him,
around those lines.
yeah, him saying like, "I think I might leave," or saying if the club doesn't do anything, I mean the organization, we're gonna have a convo about
Oh,
The thing I think they should though. I mean, that's their. You can if you were to lose, like he's the
mm-hmm.
star. I know Melo's there. I know they have freaking McCullum. I know they have what's his name, big guy. What was his name?
Mm-hmm.
But
That's
yeah,
it. Just big guy. Keep
yeah,
him.
big guy, BG. Um, you cannot lose Damian
Right.
Lillard. Like, there's no way you can.
There's
But if
no
they
team
do,
unless he's there. But yeah,
and the thing is, they don't have a trash team either. It's not like they're like, oh, like
no, it's a
they
good
have,
team. It's
they
a
have a
it's a
nice
good
squad.
yeah.
They
But
do.
it's just they can't.
It just
They can't.
they can't make it past that hump. They really can't.
Yeah,
But we'll see. Who knows next season?
we'll see.
You know, Dame
So
in that
I'm
golden
looking
purple.
at the Clippers tonight. I really like my man Kawhi Leonard, all-time favorite so far. You don't like
Mavs.
Kawhi? Bro, I fucking
Mavs.
love Kawhi. Since he was in the Spurs, love how he plays. Love
Um,
it.
no,
I love it.
I enjoyed seeing Kawhi
Offensively,
the moment he
offensively,
made that crazy buzzer beater against Philly when he was in Toronto.
yeah, that was an
I was
intense.
like,
That was
that's
an
not
intense.
going in. Boom,
Bro,
boom, boom, boom.
that was sick. Yeah, I like
Um,
watching him play. But yeah, other than that, I think I'm going for. I'm gonna stick with the Suns. If the Clippers make it, then I'm obviously gonna vote for the Clippers.
what?
But yeah,
You and Bruce are the
yeah,
worst
yeah.
human beings
Why?
in the planet. Because last time we
Why?
talked, it was I don't know what was going on with we did scenario. This was last year's playoff
Right,
run. We said,
right.
oh, if the Lakers were to, drop out, who are you rooting for? And Bruce is like, oh, Clippers. And I'm like,
Right.
what? He's like, well, they're an LA team. But I'm like, that's
That's
our
also true.
rival. That's like,
No, it's not.
yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
The Clippers are not.
The Sacramento Kings.
Okay, but I'm talking about inner city.
And those
inner
teams,
city.
That's it. But it doesn't matter though.
It does matter.
They're not rivals, bro.
Would you rather wear a Lakers jersey or a Clippers jersey?
I always wear Lakers.
Okay.
They're not rivals.
Okay, the rivals
mean the rivals mean they have to be competitive. Lakers always win.
Oh, but
Clippers, they're just the Clippers.
According to lots of fans that I've seen, the Clippers are they've been competitive, especially when they got PG and freaking Kawhi. They were like, oh, we run the city with the freaking all the freaking billboards like not doing it alone or what was it? I don't know what the freak the whole slogan was.
I don't know about all of them. All I'm saying is since my team isn't on the roster anymore, I like Kawhi Leonard. Is he playing? Yes. With what team? Clippers. I would like to see him play more.
Okay. So is it more for Kawhi or more for the Clippers?
It's more for Kawhi.
Okay, so that's different then.
How he plays.
That's different. Because Bruce was saying.
Yeah, should we leave right now? Sorry, my bad.
No, you go. We'll close out.
We can leave. And then do you want me to book for 8:30? Okay. I gotta go. But yeah. Lakers all the way. Suns. I really like Devin Booker. I especially like Kawhi Leonard. All-time favorite player right now. I don't know why or what about him, but I just like how he plays.
Suns.
You're going for Mavericks or whatever.
We'll see what happens. All right, that being said, thank you guys for watching. We love y'all. Yeah. Stay fat with PH. Shout out to Zendaya. Shout out to the freaking Lakers. Well, I don't know who. But what else? Yeah. Shout out to Angie Rose. Shout out to Gilly the Answer. Random cut, but kind of forgot. Didn't totally forget to do a shout out. Friend of the show, Jen. Her sister. It's her birthday on Sunday. So shout out to Jen's sister. Happy birthday. From the Couch Potatoes team. Probably should ask for your name. My bad. But either way, happy birthday. As always, we love y'all. Stay tuned for the next episode. And we'll see you on the next episode. God bless. Bye.